What's up, guys? Leslie Robbins here for Young Hollywood, coming to you from Montclair, New Jersey, where I'm about to introduce you to some very special Mediterranean cuisine. Tuck it in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yummy. Doing it right.
Okay, Chef, what are we diving into first here?
I think first we should probably dive into the red sauce of the shakshuka.
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 Now, what does that mean?
Well, shakshuka is I would say, the most Israeli breakfast. We'll start with the onions, which is the basic, for me, for almost everything.
Okay.
You know, and we'll just... So we're gonna put these onions into the pot.
Okay.
And olive oil. And then we'll throw a couple garlics in it as well.
I love garlic.
For sauces and stuff like that, I like to use them whole because they just break down into the sauce. Then we have the cumin seeds, and I would put them on the onions as well, whole.
Okay.
And we'll go cut this red pepper also. So we're gonna put the pepper in there too.
Okay.
And we're just gonna mix it a little bit. And at this point, you wanna put a little salt on the onions just to get them, you know, sweaty. Meanwhile, we're gonna dice the tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll let that cook for about 5 to 10 minutes, you know, until it kind of comes together, starts to get a little mushy.
Yeah.
And, you know, everything is sweaty. It creates its own liquid. And I sometimes like to throw a little bit of fresh herbs even into that before I even... I do fresh herbs at the end as well. After it's sweaty, we can add a little bit liquid to it and let it work. Now, you don't have to put too much water. You just want to kind of help it a little bit. It doesn't scorch on the bottom. Bring it to a quick boil. Let it simmer for another 10 minutes.
Now, you said this was a breakfast dish, but you can have this any time of day, really.
Yeah, that's a breakfast. It started as a breakfast dish. Now it's all-day dish. All right, I'll add a little bit of salt here. Now, one thing we do with the shakshuka here is we add a tiny bit of honey right towards the end.
Okay.
It needs another 5 minutes, but I think it's getting there. It's pretty good. That's good.
Chef.
So you're creating like an umami base into your savory things later.
This is warm and comforting.
Comfort. Okay, so I got the shakshuka base. I want it in a shallower, kind of wider space to let the eggs cook more easily.
Okay.
So we tasted it, it's good. We're gonna add the eggs, and then we're gonna just close it for a couple minutes.
I've heard about your lamb meatballs. They are actually famous.
They're famous,
They are.
Okay.
What's the specialty? Like, what is it about those meatballs?
I think a lot of people are amazed by the fact that we don't put anything into it other than meat and seasoning. They're gluten-free. In a way, they're like a kebab in a meatball.
Yeah.
Which is how my mom used to make them. Really, she used to make the meatballs. I mean, let's face it, it's all based on my mom's food and flavors and tradition. Then we add the sauce, and again, those combination of flavors together, the savory, the sweet. Then you got the runny eggs. It's all, now you see this, it's almost there. Releasing the eggs underneath a little bit with a heat-proof spatula. And we make sure this whole thing is ready to roll into a plate. Just like this. So now this is a sea salt, like it's a little coarse right on top of the eggs. Just a little bit za'atar, which is a Middle Eastern spice. Basically dry thyme, sesame, and sumac all put together and ground. A little bit of sumac, which is one ingredient of the za'atar. And then a little bit of feta cheese on all that, just like that. And you want just a little bit freshness and green for the eye and for the nose and for everything else. Shakshuka without bread is no shakshuka. So we're gonna put this on the grill for 1 second.
Okay.
Really specific pitas. I get them from an Israeli bakery that you know, they make those particular pitas. They're nice and like fat and just the right pitas. Like you see that you can, it's soft.
I mean, you want me to manhandle the pita, but it feels amazing. I can't wait to taste it. What's the best way?
So what I do is kind of like a two hands operation. So I break the yolk a little bit. You see all that yellow thing. And then I go into the egg, a little bit of sauce. Good job. All right. We're happy?
Very happy.